The stars shimmered like diamonds against the velvet backdrop of space. Captain Elena Miro stood on the bridge of the Elysium, humanity's most advanced starship, her eyes fixed on the holographic display of the galaxy. The ship hummed with energy, a testament to the ingenuity of Dr. Rajiv Narayan, the scientist who had pioneered the warp drive technology that allowed humans to traverse the stars. "Captain, we're approaching the coordinates," said Lieutenant Markov, her second-in-command. His voice was steady, but Elena could sense the underlying tension. They were about to make first contact with the Thorians, a species known for their advanced technology and enigmatic culture. "Prepare for deceleration," Elena ordered, "and open a channel to the Thorian flagship." The Elysium shuddered as it dropped out of warp, and the massive Thorian ship loomed into view. It was a sleek, silver behemoth, bristling with weaponry and exuding an aura of power. "This is Captain Elena Miro of the Elysium. We come in peace and seek to establish diplomatic relations," Elena said, her voice calm and authoritative. A moment later, the holographic display flickered, and the image of a Thorian diplomat appeared. His features were sharp and angular, his eyes a deep, unsettling black. "Captain Miro, we have been expecting you," the Thorian said, his voice smooth and cold. "We have much to discuss." The negotiations began smoothly, with both sides expressing a desire for cooperation. However, as the days passed, Elena began to sense an undercurrent of hostility from the Thorians. She couldn't shake the feeling that something was amiss. One evening, as she reviewed the day's proceedings in her quarters, her communicator beeped. It was Dr. Narayan. "Elena, I need to speak with you. It's urgent," he said, his voice tinged with urgency. "Come to my quarters," Elena replied, her curiosity piqued. Dr. Narayan arrived moments later, his usually composed demeanor replaced by a look of concern. "I've been analyzing the data from our sensors," he began. "The Thorians are hiding something. Their ship is emitting a strange energy signature that doesn't match any known technology." Elena frowned. "What do you think it is?" "I don't know, but I have a bad feeling about this. We need to be cautious." Elena nodded. "I'll increase security and have our engineers run a full diagnostic on the Elysium. We can't afford to take any chances." The next day, during a particularly tense negotiation session, the Thorian diplomat's demeanor shifted. His eyes gleamed with a malevolent light as he spoke. "Captain Miro, it is time for you to understand the true nature of our intentions," he said, his voice dripping with malice. Before Elena could react, the Thorian ship's energy signature spiked, and a powerful beam of energy lanced out, striking the Elysium. The ship shuddered violently, alarms blaring as systems began to fail. "Shields are down. We're taking heavy damage," Lieutenant Markov shouted. "Return fire. All hands brace for impact," Elena ordered, her heart pounding. The Elysium's weapons roared to life, but the Thorian ship's defenses were too strong. In a matter of minutes, the Elysium was crippled, drifting helplessly in space. As the Thorian ship prepared to deliver the final blow, a new energy signature appeared on the sensors. A fleet of human ships, led by the Vanguard, emerged from warp, their weapons blazing. "Reinforcements have arrived," Markov exclaimed. The human fleet engaged the Thorians in a fierce battle, their superior numbers and tactics turning the tide. The Thorian ship was soon overwhelmed, and the remaining Thorian vessels retreated. In the aftermath of the battle, Elena stood on the bridge of the Vanguard, her heart heavy with the weight of their losses. The Elysium was heavily damaged, and many of her crew had been injured or killed. "Captain Miro, we have secured the area," said Admiral Thorne, the commander of the human fleet. "But we need to understand why the Thorians attacked us." Elena nodded. "We need answers. Dr. Narayan, can you analyze the Thorian ship's data logs?" "I'll get right on it," Dr. Narayan replied. As the days passed, Dr. Narayan and his team worked tirelessly to decipher the Thorian data. What they discovered was shocking. The Thorians were planning a full-scale invasion of human space, Dr. Narayan explained during a briefing. They saw us as a threat to their dominance and intended to eliminate us before we could become too powerful. Elena's blood ran cold. We need to warn Earth and prepare for their return. Back on Earth, the news of the Thorian threat spread like wildfire. Humanity united like never before, pooling their resources and knowledge to prepare for the impending invasion. Elena and her crew worked tirelessly to repair the Elysium and upgrade its systems. Dr. Narayan developed new weapons and defenses, while Lieutenant Markov trained the crew for the battles to come. Months later, the Thorian fleet arrived, their ships darkening the skies over Earth. The final battle for humanity's survival had begun. The Elysium led the charge, its newly upgraded weapons tearing through the Thorian ships. The human fleet fought with unparalleled bravery and determination, their resolve unshakable. As the battle raged on, Elena received a transmission from Dr. Narayan. "Captain, I've discovered a weakness in the Thorian flagship's defenses. If we can exploit it, we can take out their command structure and turn the tide." "Send me the coordinates," Elena replied. "We'll make our move." The Elysium maneuvered through the chaos of battle, dodging enemy fire as it closed in on the Thorian flagship. With precision and skill, they targeted the weak point in the ship's defenses, unleashing a devastating barrage of firepower. The Thorian flagship exploded in a brilliant flash of light, and the remaining Thorian ships began to retreat, their morale shattered. With the Thorian threat neutralized, humanity emerged victorious. The cost had been high, but they had proven their resilience and strength. Elena stood on the bridge of the Elysium, looking out at the stars. They had faced the darkness and emerged stronger for it. "Captain, we've received a message from the Thorian remnants," Lieutenant Markov said. "They wish to negotiate a peace treaty." Elena smiled. "Open a channel. Let's show them what humanity is truly capable of." As the negotiations began, Elena felt a sense of hope and pride. They had faced the greatest challenge in their history and had emerged victorious. Humanity's journey through the stars was just beginning, and the future was bright. Years later, the story of the Elysium and its crew became legend. Captain Elena Miro, Dr. Rajiv Narayan, and Lieutenant Markov were remembered as heroes who had saved humanity from the brink of destruction. Their legacy lived on in the new generation of explorers and pioneers who ventured into the unknown, driven by the same spirit of resilience and ingenuity that had defined humanity's journey through the stars.